Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the virtual investiture ceremony of school leaders, house captains, and student council members of ISG International for the academic year 2021-2022. Our chief guest is Mrs. Nishi Mishra, Principal, Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya, Gwalior. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Mr. Ahmed Reis, President, School Management Committee, Indian School Al Gubra, has also joined us for this important event. We extend a cordial welcome to you, sir. Our convener, Mr. Sunil, and other dignitaries who've also taken time off to join us today, we extend a very hearty welcome to all of you. We begin this evening's program with the school song.
Set here in the sands of our blue grass stands the trail that is our school. We dwell in it with hope secure and learn its golden rule. To be a friend to those in need, to have share and respect. And all of us together should strive to do our best. Strengthen our minds and actions along life's rugged road. Be our shield when times are rough, Lord, guide us on our way. To smile when we're defeated, to rejoice whenever we win. United in our comradeship till victory is achieved. A pride that dares and needs not praise, brightens our path with zeal. The aims and ideals cherished till from the school we love the best. Steadfast and loyal to the end, our banner high we'll raise. With courage onward, fearless go, God bless our school always.
May I now request our principal, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, to initiate the proceedings of the investiture ceremony. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mrs. Sidar. A big welcome to the chief guest for the evening, Mrs. Nishi Mishra, and to our president, Mr. Ahmed Reis, as well as members of the School Management Committee. With permission from all of you, especially our chief guest, I will begin the oath taking for the newly elected leaders. We start with Anushka. Do you, Anushka Unmeet Mankori, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Anushka Unit Mankori, as head girl of ISG International, and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Karthik Praveen, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Karthik Praveen, as head boy of ISG International, and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Bhavisha Pankaj, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Bhavisha Pankaj as Vice Head Girl of ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Manish Kannapuvanan, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Manish Kannapuvanan, as Vice Head Boy of ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. And now we will invest the prefects. Do you, Meethi Sharma, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Meethi Sharma, as prefect co-curricular activities at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Surya Krishnoganti, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Surya Krishnoganti, as prefect funds and contributions at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Muhammad Mohiuddin Syed, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Muhammad Mohiuddin Syed, as prefect sports and games at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Batul Mustafa Asghar Ali, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Batul Mustafa Asghar Ali, as Prefect Student Council and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. And now the oath will be taken by the House Captains for the year 2021-2022. Do you, Simran Kawatra, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Simran Kawatra, as the House Captain of Jupiter House at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Ishita Sujit Shetty, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Ishita Sujit Shetty, as House Captain Neptune House at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Nandini Ishwaran, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Nandini Ishwaran, as House Captain, Saturn House at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, Prakriti Dakshesh Mistry, promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school?
I solemnly promise to maintain discipline, lead in the right way, and uphold the honor and good name of this our school. I promise to discharge my duties loyally and impartially.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of the school, I appoint you, Prakriti Dakshesh Mistry, as House Captain, Uranus House at ISG International and charge you to be worthy of this appointment. Do you, the members of the Student Council from grades 6 and 7, swear that you shall be the true representatives of your respective classes?
We, the members of the Student Council, do swear that we shall be true representatives of our classes, and by virtue of this honor invested in us, shall faithfully execute our duties to the best of our ability. So help us God.
Do you, the members of the Student Council from classes 8 and 9, swear that you shall be the true representatives of your respective classes?
We, the members of the Student Council, do swear that we shall be true representatives of our classes, and by virtue of this honor invested in us, shall faithfully execute our duties to the best of our abilities. So help us God.
With that, we come to the end of the oath taking by the student leaders. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce the chief guest for this evening, Mrs. Nishi Mishra. Mrs. Nishi Mishra is currently serving as the principal of Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya, Gwalior, and she has been the principal there since 2010. She is the chairperson of the Indian Public Schools Conference and serves on the governing body of CBSE, New Delhi. She is also the chairperson of the Sahodaya Samiti at Gwalior, and she is also a member of the State Audit Advisory Board, Government of Madhya Pradesh. She is a history postgraduate with a bachelor's degree in education. She is an educationist by nature, more than by mere qualification. She believes that learning comes instinctively to humankind. And exactly like my president, she says that the strong foundations that she values were laid when she was at school, that is St. Mary's Convent in Nainital. She has been the recipient of many, many prestigious awards. Mrs. Nishi Mishra won the CBSE National Award for Principals in the year 2018-19. She got the Amity Excellence Award for Outstanding Contribution in the field of education in 2012. She was recognized by the British Council for leading the integration of international learning in school in the year 2013. The Alexander Award from the which is the Commonwealth Award for Science, Technology, Math, and Education, was awarded for the community service project which she undertook with her students in 2014. She got the Distinguished Service Award by the National Executive Committee of Principals, Progressive Schools Association, Uttarakhand in 2017. She got the Principal Leadership for Outstanding Endeavors in 2019, the Rex Karmavir Global Education Change Champions Torchbearer Schools Award in 2019, the Dare to Care Award by School News Mad Awards 2019, the Innovative Principal of the Year 2020 by International Education Symposium and Awards with recognition from NASA and CERN. My association with Mrs. Nishi Mishra has been through the Round Square, because Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya is a round square school. It was her amazing, dignified personality which drew me towards her, and that's how I got to know her. She's a soft-spoken person with a towering personality. She is the epitome of what I refer to as quiet strength. Her contribution towards improving the lives of the women in the rural community around her school has been a landmark in the Round Square, South Asia and Gulf region, where community service is concerned. And that is what was fascinating for me. She established a low-cost indigenous manufacturing unit to produce hygiene products for women. She initiated women empowerment projects where low-cost and eco-friendly hygiene products for women were made in machines which were installed in the community. The production is now managed by the village women, and marketing support is given by the students of the Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya. This project was lauded not only in India, but the world over. So many schools have since copied this project of hers, has emulated, and as I always say, that imitation is the best form of flattery. This shows how the lives of a community can be changed thanks to a visionary leader like Mrs. Nishi Mishra. My admiration for Mrs. Nishi has only grown over the years. I'm truly honored and privileged that she's here this evening to preside over the investiture ceremony of 2021-22. She has been here before when we hosted the Round Square AGM, but on behalf of the Indian School Algubra community, I extend an open invitation to Mrs. Nishi to visit us when times become better so that she is here with us and she can visit us in Muscat. We would be more than honored to have her with us. And now may I request Mrs. Nishi to kindly address the newly elected leaders. A big welcome to you and thank you once again.
Thank you, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, for the very generous introduction. My own admiration for you and your work is reflected very well in the way you conduct yourself with everyone, big and small. So my saying anything at this point will only be a replication of what your students, your school, your community already know and think about you. So let me begin with greetings from India to the Indian School Algubra. It is a pleasure and a privilege for me to be with you as part of this investiture ceremony of the newly elected student leaders of the International School. I extend my greetings to the esteemed President, Mr. Ahmed Rais, members of the management, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, Principal, the faculty, staff, and students on this very significant and solemn occasion. Leadership, citizenship, and democracy are the cornerstones of education in the 21st century. The lessons of good leadership and good citizenship are not just limited to the studying of political science or democratic politics. It is about a deep understanding that my freedom ends where yours begins, and vice versa. It refers to a discipline of the mind and body, which lets us enjoy our freedom equally and not differentially. Independence has no place where some people are considered more equal than others. The process of your school for getting the students to be invested as they have been today is a process of guided democracy. Your teachers have held your hands and trained your thoughts to learn the very important lesson of citizenship. You, the student body, were actively involved in this decision. So now you are equally responsible. Your representatives are first among equals. This works in both ways. They can influence you and you can influence them. Similarly, neither they nor you can impose wrong on each other. You need to understand that they are the carriers of the school flags, not magic wands which will grant all your wishes. The school council is a link between different stakeholders in school as well as between the glorious past and the vision of a brilliant future. Your present is not yours alone. It becomes the history of the school, which will color the future of all students, past, present, and future. Therefore, when we elect our representatives, we cannot sit back and relax, thinking that they will now do our bidding and set right all that we consider to be wrong. In fact, we need to work harder to empower them by being supportive, by being focused on the good work that needs to be done. Our representatives are a reflection of ourselves. They are therefore only as good or otherwise as the last one of us. It is our bounden duty to therefore make them succeed in the mission that we have placed on their shoulders. These student leaders have received this honor and must uphold it with all the honor at their command. The student representatives, you are no longer just a student of the prestigious Indian school Al Gubra. You are the prestige of the Indian school Al Gubra. This is both an opportunity and a duty for you to reach out beyond your circle of friends, beyond the bounds of your class, to include the last students in your purview and create an area of influence. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Your vision for the school will give you the outcomes that you desire for during your tenure. Build your shared vision, create opportunities and involve the largest number of stakeholders. Make SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This will be the basis for identifying the goals that you want to achieve during your tenure. Involve your juniors so that you learn the art of delegation and they feel involved in your vision. This will give your vision the continuity that it must have in order to succeed. Whatever you do, think of goals that are larger than yourselves. This is how great legacies and traditions are made. You are leaders in the most challenging times of our lives. The change that we all expected at some time in the future is already upon us. Embrace the challenge of change. Lead the change. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you must be the change that you want to see in the world. Most importantly, know that with great power comes great responsibility. This is the time when your integrity will be tested. This is the time when your character will be shaped, and that also in full public view. Be self-aware and be mindful. Aspire to give yourself a brilliant report card at the end of your tenure, on which you can look back with justifiable pride and honor. Your name will be up on the honors rolls of the school. Give it that golden hue that a mere paintbrush cannot. Make it count. I end with the words of John Q. Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Nishi ma'am, for those wonderful words, which will give our new leaders some food for thought. Thank you so much. And now it is my honor to request our president, Mr. Ahmed Rais, to address the newly elected leaders.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Translated as, may peace be upon you. I refuse to believe that you cannot be both compassionate and strong. Jacinda Ardern. She is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. First of all, let me congratulate all my dear students for taking up the responsibility of prefects and the leadership of the school. It's always a pleasure when I see my children bring success to themselves and to the school. You know, being part of the school management, these are the pleasures which we get. When you are successful in life, which makes us happy and which makes us very proud of you. Just now I quoted Jacinda Ardern, who is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. One of the important things, she's the new world leader, and she's been said as one of the leaders who has made a difference to a country. Especially during the COVID 2020, her leadership has brought a lot of success in containing the COVID-19 in the country of New Zealand. There was a situation where she had to address the people through a Facebook post, live post, and she came in a simple dress. She apologized and said that, I just put my child to bed before I came for the session, and I'm checking on you. This is where I said the compassion and strength and courage goes together. It's not opposites or it's away from each other. So the most important thing you children should understand is you have to be a compassionate leader. You need to have empathy, you need to have compassion, and you need to have love, and you should be a leader of hearts. The second thing which I always wanted to tell, and I always tell the children, is the attitude of gratitude. The attitude of gratitude is one thing which will take you through this life in the right way. The pleasure of giving rather than taking is something you should build in your system. Today, I don't want to just talk a lot, but I want you to take away three things from the speech of mine. One is simplicity. The more authority you have, the more simple you should become. The more authority you have, the more patient you should become. And the more authority you have, the more compassionate you become. So I would like to wish you all the very best in the leadership roles which you're playing. And believe me, this is really a starting part of the leadership you have to take in your life. There is a lot more leadership you have to take all through your life. As a parent, you'll all become a parent, inshallah. You will work for someone, company, where you will be a part of the team, but you will also be leading a team. And we look forward to your successes and taking the school to greater heights. So thank you very much. And once again, wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I'm sure your words will motivate these young leaders of tomorrow. We shall now present Go Light Your World, a musical portraiture.
There is a candle in every song, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle and makes it told. Carry your run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's trying to light his own candle some other way.
See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without out a flame.
Carry your candle unto the darkness. Seek out the lonely, the tired and cold. Hold out your candle from the sea. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. Praying to power for the sake of happiness. Make us a beacon in dark time.
We are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky.
Carry your candle, run to the darkness. Seek out the helpless, dizzy and bold. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world.
I now request our principal to kindly lead us in prayer.
Let us get into an attitude of prayer. A leader's prayer. Leadership is hard to define. God, let us be the ones to define it with justice. Leadership is like a handful of water. Let us be the people to share it with those who thirst. Leadership is not about watching and correcting. Let us remember it is about listening and connecting. Leadership is not about telling people what to do. Let us find out what people want. Leadership is less about the love of power and more about the power of love. As we continue to undertake the role of leader, let us be affirmed by the servant leadership we witness in you, O God. In loving, let us never fail. Let our greatest passion be compassion, our greatest strength, love, our greatest victory, the reward of peace. In leading, let us never fail to follow. Amen.
With that, we come to the end of the virtual ceremony of the school leaders of ISG International for the academic year 2021-22. We are indeed grateful to Mrs. Nishi Mishra for gracing this virtual event. Your participation in this major event has been an honor to us, and your serene presence and inspiring words will be remembered by the ISG-I family for years to come. Thank you, ma'am. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Ahmed Reis, President, School Management Committee of Indian School Al Gobra, for being a pillar of support always. Your presence is always a motivation to us. Thank you, sir, for always being there for us. On behalf of the principal and the entire team ISG International, I would also like to thank parents and well-wishers for their constant support and encouragement. Thanks to all those who have joined us virtually and taken time off to watch this event today. We wish you all well. Stay safe. Good night.